Hello, business law students. This is Professor Nance. I want to welcome you to the class and give you a quick orientation to the course so that we're all on the same page about how this class is run and to set up your expectations so that you're successful in this course by the end of the semester. On my screen here, you'll see the announcements page. Each week on Wednesday, I will post an announcement with what reading and or work is expected that week, almost like in a checklist format so that you can stay organized and stay on top of things. Every week you won't necessarily have something physically due in Canvas, but you are responsible for checking into Canvas multiple times a week, reading those announcements, and staying on top of weekly readings and assignments. So where do you find out what is due or what's coming up in terms of reading? The most important document that you're going to see here under modules is the course syllabus and reading schedule. So if I open that in a new tab, take just a second to load. On the very last page of the syllabus is the tentative reading schedule, which in theory could change at any time, and I would let you know if it did. But mind the scroll of death here. So on the last page, you'll see this black and white document of a reading schedule by chapter. So, and each week is a shaded row. So for the first week, it's reading chapter 1, Introduction to Law, and Courts and Court Procedures. And then the next week it's Business Torts and Crimes and Government Regulations of Business. Now there are 7 modules for this class, but realize that in the book there's actually more than 7 quote parts. So we don't cover every chapter, although we generally go in sequence. And most weeks we're covering 2 chapters a week. There's a few weeks here where students generally have a little more interest, and I expand the time where we only do 1 chapter per week, especially in employment law. So really pay attention to what chapters we're reading because we will skip some along the way. So the way this class is set up is that at the end of each of these modules, so you'll see this darkened black line here. So part 1 is the first module for the legal system. At the end of each module, you typically have a module quiz due and some sort of assignment or project. So for instance, under the legal system, by Monday 2/13 at 12 noon, I always have a midday assignment deadline that gives you at least 1 weekend to do work. You'll see in the modules section, beneath the Get It Started Here section, the legal system part 1, every chapter that we're covering with the supplemental lecture slides on top of the reading that you'll do for the chapter. Here's your modular quiz covering all those chapters above. And then for this lecture, this area, you have a short paper where you create an actual ethics policy. So I give you an example of American Heart Association and of Costco. And then here you'll see where you actually submit stuff for ethics policy creation. And here are the directions that you have to follow pretty closely. So make sure you pay attention in specific to about how to submit the work, what types of files, what you need to include in it. And remember that I do not accept late work. This will be screened by Turnitin for any plagiarism. So that's how you should be able to understand what is due when. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to help. And always look for my weekly announcement about what is due that week, even if it's just reading, so that you stay on top of assignments. The last thing too is I have 2 sections of Business 201. So when you email me, please let me know if it is which CRN code it is so that I can go straight to the class that you're in. Thank you.